पीते रहो, बस पीते रहो, जरा जरा मस्त होके, कभी कभी व्यस्त होके, कोई वजह लेके, कभी बेवजह होके।
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
Welcome to the world of dreams. Dreams that had humble beginnings. Dreams that led to the pinnacle of success. Dream that turned into reality for us. We strive to be a contributor to progressive India and be a beacon of prosperity to our customers and stakeholders. Our portfolio spans across residential and commercial spaces, starting from humble affordable housing to large high-tech townships. For Omax, customers and investors are gods, and we always try to make them feel proud, achieve success, and trust the Omax brand. Today we are present in 29 cities spanning across 8 states of northern India. Our grit and determination has led to several accolades and awards. All this has become a reality because one man had a dream. Mr. Rohtas Goel, a civil engineer by training, who started his professional journey with a private construction firm, but later undertook his own entrepreneurial journey in 1987, founding Omax. Mr. Goel has won several awards and accolades, been invited to national and international conferences, has had 2 terms as president of National Real Estate Development Council, NAREDCO, and has emerged as a prominent voice of the real estate industry. Mr. Mohit Goel is the Managing Director of Omax Limited. In his over a decade tenure as CEO, he has leveraged his sharp business acumen to bring about structural changes with his rich experience in strategic and tactical planning, profit center operations, marketing strategy, and project management. Jatin Goel is part of Omax's steering team as director of the company and is responsible for enhancing business operations.
Well, a good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you. This is Ajmera Reality presents the Jvpgc Mpl Season 2, powered by BMW Infinity Motors. Well, we are at the Air India Sports Club. This is the first of the 2 games, match number 3, between the Ace Blasters versus the Rubicon Titans. The Rubicon Titans electing to bowl first. Harsh Tank with the new ball from the combox end, and straight away there's an appeal. Well, he's not offered a shot here, Varun Madnani, and it hit his pad. Well, 6 overs of power play, 10 overs from each end, starting from the combox end, just to save a bit of time here. Harsh Tank has got 3 fielders on the leg side, and here he goes round the wicket to the left-hander. Played with soft hands, back to the bowler, beautifully bowled. Well, both the teams falling a couple of players short, and we've seen some great camaraderie between the two teams, the two captains, giving a couple of players from each team to take the field. Rohit Saraf giving a couple of youngsters a go to. This time off the back foot, he's punched it towards mid-off. Rubicon Titans has a very good bowling lineup. They've got a very good side, to be honest, but they lost the first game when they played the Vinayak Challengers earlier in the tournament. And for the Ace Blasters, it was quite the opposite. They had a marvelous victory against the defending champions, the Lashkariya Mavericks. Varun Mandani this time takes the outside edge, goes towards the backward point region. Will be yet another dot ball. It's been a brilliant start this from Harsh Tank, hitting the deck hard and pitching in the right areas for his side. No runs scored yet. Continuing around the wicket, no slip in place as well. Rahul Sugandh is the captain of the Ace Blasters. Off the back foot again, punched. Man at point will cut it off. Well, this is a must-win game for the Rubicon Titans, as they've already lost a game. So if they lose another one, they'll be virtually playing the gold finals, not the platinum ones. And for the Ace Blasters, a victory here will seal the fate for the opponents and for themselves, as they'll have one foot in the finals. Slight disturbance behind the side screen for Varun Mandani, just making a few adjustments. A long on the boundary. Here comes Harsh again. Beautifully bowled, and what a start. This match number 3, Harsh Tank bowls a maiden over first up. Ace Blasters none for none at the end of the first over.
The feelings take control.
Well, at the end of the first over, it's a none for none. No runs scored yet in the game. And to continue the proceedings for his team, bowling the first over in the game from the combox end is Rivan Chadda, youngster. Well, starts off with a wide outside off stump. Well, he's known to be the Arshdeep Singh of the Jvpgc Academy. Definitely a talent to watch out. Rivan being one of the more younger players that you'll see in the Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's Members Premier League Season 2. Well, there is another superstar in the making in Rivan. There's Mahir Zaveri as well, yet another talented cricketer who's taken field for the Rubicon Titans. However, Rivan will continue. Sucked away, it's Upish, but it's in the gap. That will be the first runs of the bat, racing away towards the square leg boundary. And I don't think it will be cut off by the man at short square leg. That's 4. Kunal Jhaveri was onto the pads and tucked away quite beautifully in the end. It's going to be very important for Rivan to ensure that he does not leak runs in the power play. There's going to be 6 overs of power play for the batters to get as many as they can and as quickly as they can get those runs. Square leg mid wicket and long on. 3 fielders on the leg side for Kunal Jhaveri. This time a little over pitched. That's punched down the ground towards long on. There is a man in the deep. Will be a single. And this is going to be an interesting contest. Varun Mandani To everyone's surprise, they started off very slowly, something that you're not used to seeing. So far in the history of the Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's Members Premier League, we've seen only 100 scored, 1 century, and it's that man Varun Madnani who's got that century for his former team. And would you believe it or not, the former team was the Rubicon Titans. It was for the Titans that he was playing for in the previous edition. They came to the Platinum Finals and they fell short in the end against the Lashkaria Mavericks. However, Madnani was the player who got the 100 at Khar Gymkhana last time around. And using his feet this time, beautifully bowled, angled into the left-hander. Exceptional from this youngster. Getting the ball to swing in the air. And slight bit of movement of the pitch as well. It's the first of the 2 games to be played at the Air India Sports Club. So there is some kind of freshness on this pitch. Well, at times we've seen the pitch just deteriorate as the game has gone by. So 160 can be a very good total. Batting first on this pitch. Madnani using his feet. He goes over the top. And that's been caught at mid-off. Brilliant catch. Brilliant catch at mid-off. And the danger batter, Varun Madnani, goes without scoring. Ganesh with the catch. And Rivan gets his first wicket. Brilliant. Six for 1, the first wicket goes down, and a big one. Varun Madnani walks back to the pavilion, and Rivan Chadda. Well, this youngster is really putting up a show here at the Air India Sports Club for his time. The new man in is Harsh Gandhi in at number 3. The Ace Blasters missing out a lot of key players today in their batting lineup. One being one of the best players in the previous game, Siddharth Zaveri. The other, the owner, Mpl Kohli, also not a part of today's game. Harsh Gandhi drives it beautifully down the ground. It's gone towards the mid-off region. And Harsh Tank will cut it off. That's a good start for Harsh. Gandhi, I meant. And Kunal will face the last ball of the second over. It's been a decent start this for the Rubicon Titans. They won the toss, elected to bowl first. And well, they were falling short of a couple of players, but eventually I think they've got their 11 sorted. And Rivan Chadda will bowl the final ball of his first over. Here goes Rivan. Beautifully bowled. Bang on good length and ends with a dot ball. So at the end of 2 overs, the score for the Ace Blasters is 7 for 1.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Well, at the end of 2 overs, the score is 7 for 1. And Harsh Tank will continue from the com box end. 2 overs, 7 for 1. And on strike will be Harsh Gandhi. It's going to be an interesting contest, this. As there is a man at deep extra cover. One fielder outside the circle is what I can see. Not sure if they've got 2 fielders out. There's a mid-off covers. Backward point, shot third man inside the circle. Shot fine leg, square leg mid-wicket. And yes, a mid-on as well. Just the one fielder outside the 30-yard circle. And Harsh Tank will be bowling to Harsh Gandhi. Outside off, played back to the bowler. It's been a brilliant spell of bowling from Tank. Started off in the first over, bowled a maiden to Varun Mandani, and then that helped put tremendous pressure on Varun. Trying to up the ante. He perished to Rivan. That's what bowling partnership works. And this time outside off, trying to swing the ball into the offside. Gandhi. Play and a miss. Beautifully bowled. Good shape on the ball, moving away from the right-hander. And, well, yes, immediately having a slip in place. That's good, aggressive thinking from the bowler and the captain as well. Gurmeet Singh Ahuja at first slip. In fact, at second slip. Oh, that ball came back in. Brilliant wrist position. But that's tucked away into the leg side. That'll be the first runs of Harsh Tank's bowling. Flicked away towards short square leg and quick to take that single. Kunal comes on strike. Just a quick word between the pair. Eight for 1. 3 balls remaining. Played on the back foot, Kunal Jhaveri. Well, he played a game yesterday as well on this very ground. So back-to-back matches for him. But the passion for the game is such that, all these players show immense professionalism when it comes to turning up for games. The third over of this power play. Off the back foot, he's punched the ball into the gap. Although there is a man in the deep, protection in the deep, Mahir Zaveri will cut it off. Just one. Good intent shown here by Kunal Jhaveri. Very importantly, because it's going to be extremely crucial to get those runs in the power play. Don't have a lot of batting today. They're missing out the likes of Siddharth Zaveri, even Rakesh Wadhwani unavailable for today's game. Another excellent player. And of course, the owner of the Ace Impex Blasters, Amit Kohli. Also not a part of the game this time. Tucked away into the leg side, looking for a run, but there is mid-wicket in place. That's the end of the over. 3 overs have been bowled. It's 9 for 1 for the Blasters. First over was a good one from Rivan. He got a wicket, and this time again was in the air for a while. And the man at deep extra cover was interested for a fraction of a second, but the ball falling well short of him. Was short and wide from Rivan. Enough room to play the cut shot, and Kunal Jhaveri has shown good intent so far. Pouncing on it, not getting the meat of the bat. 10 for 1. Harsh on strike. It's a full toss. Played into the onside, running the first one hard. That's beautifully done by Ganesh. Just one, just one. We're in the 4th over of the innings and just 11 runs scored here by the Ace Blasters. Well, having won the toss, the Rubicon Titans electing to bowl first, and they've really put up a great show so far. Experience and youth, mixture of it. With the bowling this time down the leg side, that will be a wide. Slightly straying in line on that occasion. Harsh Tank, the experienced bowler, giving nothing away. Just 2 runs in his 2 overs. Has been wicketless so far. But the pressure that was put by Harsh paid heaps of dividends for Rivan as he got the big breakthrough of Varun Mandani. He's a talented youngster. Just needs to keep growing the way he is doing so far in the tournament. It's Got a long career ahead of him. Here he goes again. Slightly back off length. That's good length. Brilliant bowling. Yet another dot ball. And as you know, in T20 cricket, it's always a batter's game. You really back the batters to get those runs against any bowler. And the white ball cricket is a little bit harsh to the bowlers. And Rivan just showing that if you have the temperament, you can perform well. This time he goes aerial. And just what I was talking about. Has been a batter's game. Kunal Jhaveri takes the aerial route down the ground. One bounce 4 over the bowler's head. Was nothing wrong with the delivery. It was pitched slightly fuller than the previous one. And Kunal has got a big reach, long reach. He's a tall guy. Those long levers helping him get that boundary. His second 4 in this innings. 16 for 1. The mid-on is inside the circle. Long off goes on the boundary. That's pretty interesting, along with the deep extra cover. So he has to be very cautious with the line that he bowls. Rivan cannot bowl onto the pads or anything down the leg side. That's the line. That's the length. But unfortunate, because it was beautifully placed by Kunal Jhaveri. Opened the face of the bat. Mahir with a long chase from deep extra cover. Could not protect the boundary for his side. But look at the way Kunal has opened the face of the bat. That was intentional. And that's what happens in white ball cricket. It's a bit cruel at times for the bowlers, because it was a magnificent delivery. Back off length, swinging away from the right-hander. But all Kunal did was guide the ball in that gap between point and shot third man. And once it had crossed the field, usually on this ground, it always goes towards the fence. So 20 for 1, back-to-back 4s. And Rivan, can he keep his calm here and make a good comeback for his side? Last ball of the 4th over. Oh, that's in the air. That's in the air. Another opportunity for Ganesh. No. Over his head. They do come back for 2. Slightly expensive over this one. 4 overs have been bowled. 22 for 1 for the Ace Blasters.
The feelings take
fact that he's a right-hander. Sohail Tanveer, full toss, crunch down the ground towards long off. It'll only be a single. Oh, they're going for 2. Well, a good throw here. Oh, not quick enough. Rivan was a bit too slow to attack the ball. And a couple of runs taken there. Mahir will continue this time. A back of a line delivery, short delivery, bouncer, but that's pulled away magnificently well. in front of square into the leg side. That's going to be 4. Just have a look at that again. Mahir. Well, he's got the knack of bowling those good quick bouncers. And this one taking him by surprise. You can see that Kunal did not anticipate the ball to come onto the bat as quickly as it did. But he did really well to get into position, and was good bat speed from Kunal, getting another boundary for himself. It's been a gem of an innings so far. 23 of 12 for him. Mahir. Not the start that he would have wanted. Oh, that's a much better delivery. Played into the offside. That'll be a single though. But that's the length. That's the line. That's the stock ball that Mahir needs to bowl. Couple of balls remaining in the 5th over. 30 for 1. Here goes Mahir again. Oh, short delivery. That's pulled away into the leg side. He's just guided it towards the fine leg region, the vacant fine leg region. And that's going to be yet another boundary. Mahir pitching a shorter delivery. He rolled his wrists on it. And so did the batter. Harsh Gandhi got into position really well. Guides it towards fine leg and gets 4. 34 the score moves on to. And the captain must be wondering what's going wrong here for his team, because it was a brilliant start that they got off to. Since then, it's just gone away from them. Runs have leaked for them. Last ball of Mahir's over. Brilliantly bowled and played into the mid-on region. Get a single. He'll keep strike, Harsh. 13 of the over. 35 for 1 after 5.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Well, 5 overs have been bowled. It's 35 for 1. And well, I'm seeing a change in bowling here. Nimit Parikh has been introduced into the attack. Another talented bowler here in the Rubicon Titans bowling lineup. Well, I wonder how they lost the match having such good bowling lineup. We've got Gurmeet Singh Ahuja as well. Anish Vijayakar, another bowler. Certainly they have Sanjeev Zaveri as well in their team. Shobit too. So a lot of bowling options in their side. And Nimit being one of them. Last over of the power play. Oh, look at that in-swinger. Came back in sharply, but slightly down the leg side. That is going to be a wide. .36 for 1. Harsh on strike. Oh, look at that. It came back in, but Nimit did really well. Put a foot out. Not advised usually, but works for him. Saves a couple of runs for his side. Oh, this time he's got the edge. Has he? Well, he did not collect the ball cleanly, so it doesn't matter. Did that come off the outside edge? Well, as soon as the ball went past the bat. Nimit was up, but the keeper did not collect the ball cleanly. Could be a huge let off if it is come off the outside edge. 36 for 1. Nimit getting through his overs quickly. This time played into the onside. There's a man at mid wicket who could not get to the ball. Running the first one hard, but they'll only get a single. Ganesh, the man at long on, does well to cut the ball away. 37 for 1. It's the last over of the power play. Toss won by the Rubicon Titans. After losing the first game, it's a must-win scenario for the Titans. They were the finalists of the Platinum Group in the last year, in the last edition. Here goes Nimit. Once again, outside off stump crunch this time. There is a man at deep extra cover who will cut the ball off. In fact, he'll come back for 2. Don Shroff, well, slightly slow to get to the ball. And Kunal Jhaveri comes back for 2. Long on and deep extra cover. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. The man at mid-off covers extra cover point. Shot third man on the offside. On the leg side, there is a square leg mid-wicket and a long on. So Nimit Parikh, his gentle medium pacers, given away 4 runs so far. Kunal opens the face of the bat, tucks it away towards shot third man, looking for a single, and they'll comfortably cross over. Harsh Gandhi is very quick between the wickets, and that's been the key point when he's come out to bat. Whenever he's come out to bat, you may not see those big 6s and 4s right away when Harsh is on strike, but the running between the wickets is always top notch. Last ball of the power play, slight adjustment made in the field by Rahul. The captain behind the stumps gets a man at short fine leg for Harsh. Harsh has the knack of playing that paddle sweep. Gurmeet Singh Ahuja at short fine leg. Last ball of the power play. And look at that, just what I was talking about. And the fielder was exactly positioned there. Direct hit needed at the striker's end. And somehow there was a huge mix-up out there in the middle. It was a brilliant move by the captain, honestly getting the player at the right place. Ends the 6th over. The power play comes to an end. It's 41 for 1.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
The power play comes to an end, and at the end of 6 overs, the score 41 for 1. Change in bowling now. Sanjeev Zaveri. That's outside off stump. That's driven down the ground beautifully towards long off. Will be a single. Well, a slight delay here. The keeper getting a helmet on. Rahul Sugandh, the man behind the stumps. He'll come right up to the stumps, I reckon. 42 for 1 the score in the 7th over of the innings. Sanjeev was the pick of the bowlers in the previous game. Here he goes again. Oh, and Kunal goes down the ground, but I don't think he's got plenty of it on the bounce, too long off. It's a good looking stroke though. You only find a single. Here goes Sanjeev. Harsh Gandhi on strike this time. Oh, trying to make some adjustments, but he's got the outside edge. The ball's racing away towards the third man region. The dive from Rivan could not prevent the boundary. And these are crucial runs. They are short of a couple of batters. In fact, more than two. Amit Kohli, Siddharth Zaveri and Rakesh Wadhwani being the third. Not available for today's game. And despite that, they've done really well. Getting close to 50 runs here. This time he goes over the infield. Although there is a man at long on the bounce. It's a beautiful stroke by Harsh Gandhi with the full face of the bat. And the beauty of Sanjeev's bowling is he does not offer that much pace for the batters to work with. And that's one key reason that he gets so much help at the Air India Sports Club. It's a dry sort of a surface. It gets even more slow as the game goes on. 48 for 1 in the 7th over. A couple of balls remaining. Jvpg Ace Blasters batting first here after losing the toss. Outside off from that ball kept low, well kept by Rahul Sugandh. Will be a dot ball. 7 runs of the over with 1 ball to spare. Man at long off, deep extra cover, deep mid wicket and long on. In fact, deep square leg and long on. So the 4 fielders that I can see. And now the deep mid wicket goes on the boundary as well. So 5 fielders outside the circle. Here goes Sanjeev. Wapish! And that's been taken, has it? Gurmeet Singh Ahuja. Safe pair of hands, and what a magnificent grab that was, diving forward. The ball just held onto the pitch. Like I said, Sanjeev Zaveri not offering a lot of pace. And Kunal reaching for the ball. What a brilliant diving catch that was. Second wicket down, 7 gone, 48 for 2. Seven overs, 48 in the air. Catch! Oh, Gurmeet Singh Ahuja. What a catch by this man at short fine leg this time. Diving forward, the ball does seem to follow him today. And it was not the best of deliveries. A full toss onto the pads. Harsh Gandhi has a knack of playing that paddle sweep. Took a leading edge. And what a magnificent catch. Bettering what he did on the previous delivery. Diving to his right, the wrong side, if it's safe to say. And the third wicket goes down for 48 for the Ace Blasters. Well, the new man in is Harsh Singh Ahuja. Nimit Parikh getting a wicket for himself. It was a magnificent catch by Gurmeet Singh Ahuja. Well, it will be interesting to see this left-hander, this young left-hander, bat today. Look at that, beautifully driven down the ground. Not get a single for it. Time angling away from the left-hander, driven down the ground towards mid-off. Another dot ball. Well, now they have to just rebuild their innings. They've lost two quick wickets, two big wickets. Kunal and Harsh, the set batters, going back to the pavilion. Harsh and Rohit Saraf, the two men out there in the middle. Down the leg side this time, well kept by Rahul Sugandh. Brilliant take. Harsh Singh Ahuja is another talented young cricketer that we are seeing at the Jvpgc Gymkhana nets quite often. Bowls exceptional leg spin. Has the opportunity to bat as well. Pitched outside leg stump. There's a loud appeal. And the umpire says not out, as it pitched outside leg stump. Rightly said by the umpire as well. 50 comes up with that single in the 8th over of the innings. Leg byes was the call. It was not off the bat, says the umpire. And Rohit Saraf will be on strike for the first time in the game. The captain of the Jvpgc Ace Blasters was a part of Rubicon Titans, playing against his former club, against his former team in this season 2. Brought to you by Ajmera Realtors, Ajmera Group, powered by BMW Infinity Motors. Would like to thank all our sponsors: HRX, Kent, Student Housing, Bhavi Motors, 7S Sports. This time outside off stump, that's crunched into the gap, and what a way to get off the mark. Rohit Saraf. Well, he is the chairman of the cricket committee, cricket subcommittee. But before that, he's a passionate cricketer. Just look at that outside off stump, wide delivery. And more of a freebie for a player of Rohit's caliber. Getting off the mark with a 4 behind point. Nimit Parikh bowling those darting in swingers to the right-hander. On that occasion, trying to swing the ball furthermore. Oh, that's the length. That's the length. Slower delivery. The leg cutter ends the over. 8 gone. 54 for 3 for the Ace Blasters.
पीते रहो, बस पीते रहो. जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
Eight overs, 54 for 3. Sanjeev Zaveri. That's beautifully bowled, angled into the right hander. In fact, the left hander took the inside edge, goes towards the square leg region. They will get a couple of runs, and Arsh gets his first runs in the Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's Members Premier League. First time that he's got an opportunity to bat, and he's playing his first edition. Bowled magnificently well with the ball in the last game, but with the bat, he's got an opportunity to put some crucial runs for his side, and he needs to notch up a great partnership with Rohit Saraf. Well, who better to have the captain? 56 in the 9th over of the innings. Sanjeev coming round the wicket. It's driven into the mid-wicket region, will not get a run for it. Square leg inside the circle, mid-wicket as well. Long on the boundary. Long off, deep extra cover. With a couple of fielders outside the 30-yard circle for Arsh. Would have been an interesting contest to see Siddharth Zaveri out here, because father versus son is something that you'd love to see. Sanjeev versus Siddharth. But Siddharth unfortunately injured himself in the net session yesterday. Onto the back foot, punched into the gap, looking for a single but denied. (56 for 3 for the Ace Blasters here at the Air India Sports Club. Arsh Singh Ahuja promoted up the order. Not a lot of batting options for the Ace Blasters. Siddharth Zaveri missing. The owner of the Ace Blasters, Mpl Kohli, not a part of the game as well. And Rakesh Wadhwani as well. This time tucked away into the leg side. Does it come off something? I'm not too sure. Wait for the umpire's signal. Yep, wide ball. Well, a huge thank you to all our sponsors once again. Named a few. And also Nanavati Group, Nanavati Max Speciality Hospitals for sending physios and doctors on the ground, and especially for arranging an ambulance. Well, we hope we do not need it, but it's always a safer bet to have all the kind of necessary help on field. This time punched into the offside. There's a man at point. He'll not get a run for it. Another dot ball. This is magnificent bowling from Sanjeev Zaveri. Well, to tell you a little fact about Sanjeev, well, he's not primarily a bowler. He's a batter who can keep wickets, and now that he's got the opportunity to bowl, it's had a massive impact on this game. Sanju to continue round the wicket. Beautifully bowled outside off stump, slashed hard straight towards point, and another dot ball. Anish Vijayakar with a diving effort to his right. Last ball of the 9th over. 57 for 3 the score. Sanjeev to Arsh. Driven back to the bowler. Ends the over 3 of it. 9 gone, 57 for 3. 57 for 3 at the end of 9 overs. And Nimit Parikh will continue. Last over before the drinks break. Saraf, aerial. But on the bounce, slight fumble there from Rivan. Will allow the batters to cross over for a single. Well, there was a direct hit. But I reckon Harsh made his ground. Brilliant throw by Rivan. Harsh Singh Ahuja. 2 of 9. He's taken his time so far, and I think right now the runs is not the point of concern for the Ace Blasters. They need to keep wickets in hand. They will get that opportunity to get the flurry of boundaries in the end. And if Rohit Saraf bats for the quota of 20 overs, I'm sure they'll get to 140, 150, which will be a mighty competitive score on this pitch. However, Nimit will try to dismiss the batter this time. Onto the pads, he's got some bat on it. It's racing away towards the fine leg region. Should be at least a couple of runs. Rivan with the long chase, and as well cuts it off. But 2 runs taken in that process. Was caught on the crease, took an inside edge. Harsh went towards the fine leg region. Square leg mid wicket and long on the 3 fielders on the leg side, and now the captain having a fine leg in position. Short third man, backward point, covers. Deep extra cover and long off the 5 fielders on the offside for Harsh Singh Ahuja. 60 for 3. Here goes Nimit. Oh, it's in the air. But just falling short of square leg Sanjeev Zaveri. For a moment, his eyes lit up. But it was always falling short. Well, Rohit needs to just speak to the youngster and calm his nerves down. Because sometimes you get a bit overwhelmed when you're batting for the first time at such a big stage and at such a young age in your career. I'm quite sure that Harsh has got great temperament. We've seen with the ball. But with the bat is very, very important. Takes the inside edge, goes towards the square leg region. Well done by Sanjeev. Puts a foot out, saves at least a couple of runs for his side. And Harsh gets a single. Rohit, the reliable Rohit, is on strike. 61 for 3. Couple of balls remaining. Then we'll have change of ends. Fifth ball of the over. Off the back foot he goes straight towards cover. In fact, towards point it is going to be a dot ball. Beautifully bowled by Nimit. Last ball of the over. Nimit will continue, angled into the right-hander. Rohit plays it off the back foot towards point. Well, that's the end of the 10th over and we'll have drinks on field. 62 for 3 for the Ace Blasters.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
The feelings take control. The
And here we are again. Sanjeev Zaveri after the drinks break. Change of hands, takes the outside edge, racing away towards shot third man. Brilliantly done by Rivan. Brilliant fielding. Cutting it off, going to his left end. Good pickup, good throw. This is the 11th over of the innings. Well, they need a big partnership here. Need to get some big runs. As a team, need to get at least 140, if not more. Coming around the wicket to the young left-hander. Plays it off the back foot, gets towards shot third man, looking for a quick single. Oh, slight fumble by the man at shot third. It was Rivan again. The ball seems to be following him today. Saw a couple of great catches taken by Gurmeet Singh Ahuja. First to dismiss Kunal Jhaveri and then to dismiss Harsh Gandhi. One at covers, one at short fine leg. Both of them magnificent grabs. 65 for 3 in the 11th over of the innings. The Ace Blasters missing out the services of Rakesh Wadhwani, Siddharth Zaveri, and the team owner Amit Kohli as well in today's game. However, Rohit Saraf, can he play a blinder of a knock for his side? We'll have to wait and see. Cut off the back foot, straight towards point, and that will be a dot ball. Still one ball left in the over. We're in the 11th over of the innings, and projected score from here on looks like to be 120, but I reckon that they will be looking to get something, anything above 140. That will be highly competitive on this pitch, on this ground. Here goes Sanjeev. Tucks it away into the leg side. Oh, that's a vacant fine leg region. It's racing away towards the fence, and that's going to be a boundary. 4 to end the over. 11 gone. It's 69 for 3.
पीते रहो, बस पीते रहो, जरा जरा मस्त होके, कभी कभी व्यस्त होके, कोई वजह लेके, कभी बेवजह होके।
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
So there's a change in bowling. Don Schroff into the attack. The owner of the Rubicon Titans. Outside off stump. That's cut to a short third man. Looking for a single, but denied. It's a good early call by Rohit Saraf from the non-striker's end. Larsh looking quite settled out there in the middle, although he's not been able to get those runs freely. He's doing well. Again, opens the face of the bat, plays towards point, looking for a single, but this time again he's denied. In fact, both the batters for a moment were a few yards in to crossover, but they decided not to run. $69 for 3. Again, trying to tuck the ball away into the leg side. This time the ball just held onto the pitch, and at the last minute, played it back to the bowler. Don Schroff. He's a very talented cricketer. Plays in and around the dad's circuit as well. He's known to be a good all-rounder for his side. Oh, takes the outside edge. Got almost. Rahul Sugan putting a foot out. Did hit his shoe, but they did cross over for 1. $70 for 3. Rohit Saraf looking positive. 10 of 8 for him. Just having a look at the field for Rohit Saraf. There's a man at short fine leg. Shot third man, backward point and covers inside the circle. 4 fielders inside the inner ring. Long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and deep extra cover. The 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for Rohit Saraf. The Ace Blasters captain needs to play a real captain's knock. Off the back foot, that's punched, and that'll go past the fielder, comfortably crossing over. Rohit Saraf. He's been in such situations plenty of times. And he's bailed his team out on a number of occasions. However, this being one of the tougher oppositions that he'll face across different tournaments, he's become a very popular cricketer when it comes to the Jvpgc Mpl League. It's a different game altogether. Played towards long on. He'll get a single. He'll keep strike. 12 gone. And it's a 72 for 3.
Let the feelings take control. Let the
12 overs, 72 for 3, and there's a change in bowling now. The man who's taken a couple of catches. And, well, this is an interesting competition that I was really keen to look forward to. Arsh Singh Ahuja against his father, Gurmeet Singh Ahuja. Well, the last time around, Gurmeet played against his son, the older son, Aryan. It was not the happiest days of Gurmeet, but he must be proud as a father. So father was his son, Gurmeet was his Arsh. That's down the leg side, that's missed by the batter, missed by the keeper. Racing away towards the fence, Rivan with a long chase. The youngster does exceptionally well, that's good stuff. Will be a couple of runs. Wide signalled by the umpire. So Gurmeet trying to angle the ball onto the pads. Well, there must be some kind of dilemma that a father would have against his son. You know, although the son certainly wants to give his best, wants to prove a point to his father. But as a father, he must be thinking what to do in such situations. Outside off stump this time, Gurmeet. Another wide. Well, Gurmeet, one of the most experienced players who's playing in this Jvpgc Mpl Season 2. Was a part of the Season 1 as well. And he was one of those players, one of the 2 players, apart from Advait Chitalia, who got a 5-wicket haul. And look at that Arsh, trying to slog the ball into the leg side. Playing a miss. So yeah, like I was saying last time around in the gold finals, I remember he took a 6-wicket haul. And that was one of the best bowling figures that you can ask for in T20 cricket, especially in the history of the MPL. Not seen a lot of fifers. And his spell was truly remarkable. One of the leading wicket takers in last year's edition. Arsh goes down the ground, punched beautifully for a single. Gives the strike to his captain Rohit Saraf. Having a look at the field, Gurmeet Singh Ahuja, he's got a knack of bowling from over the wicket. He likes to bowl to the right-handers as well from that angle, which is at outside leg stump. Uses the rough patch that is created from the other end by the fast bowlers, and that's what causes some kind of troubles. The opponents. Short fine leg in place as well. Rohit goes into the offside, does he? Gets an inside edge back to the bowler. It's been a comeback here from Gurmeet. Started off with a couple of wides and then dot. Projected score 123 at this current run rate of just above 6 and over. Full toss. He tucked it away into the short fine leg region. They will get a single. Was a loose delivery that should have been put away. And the 30 partnership comes up. These 30 crucial runs added for this 4th wicket. Arsh and Rohit. need to get to 140 at least, because the Rubicon Titans have got a very good batting lineup. Got the likes of Don Shroff, Sanjeev Zaveri, Rahul Sugant, and of course Harsh Tank. This time tucked away into the leg side. A good stroke down the ground. 78 for 3 in the 13th over of the innings. 79 in fact in the 13th over of the innings, and slowly and steadily the ship stabilizing for the JVPG Ace Blasters. Rohit drives the ball beautifully down the ground and he'll keep strike with that single. 13 gone. It's 80 for 3.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Don Shroff to continue over number 14. Punched off the back foot by Rohit Saraf. It's in the gap. There is a man in the deep. This is good batting. Rotating the strike really well, these two. And now it's looking that the runs are coming quite comfortably for them. Toss won by the Rubicon Titans. It's the second edition of the Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's Members Premier League. It's brought to you by the Ajmera Group, our title sponsors. Really amazing to have such great sponsors. Tournament powered by the BMW Infinity Motors. Here goes Don. He's coming round the wicket to the left-hander. Always an interesting contest, an off-spinner versus a left-hander. You'd back the off-spinner to get the back of lefty. Down the leg side, very well kept by Rahul. Got his body on the line. Got his body behind the ball. Another extra added to total. 82 for 3. But on this pitch, on this surface, anything above 140 is a good total. So 140 should be the target for the Ace Blasters. It's a slow pitch. Don Shroff to continue. Off the back foot, that's cut straight towards point. There's a man at cover, backward point, shot third man and a mid-wicket. 4 fielders inside the circle. Long on, long off, deep extra cover, deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square leg. The 5 fielders on the boundary for Don Shroff. 82 for 3 in the 14th over of the innings. Played with soft hands, stabs it and looks for a single but denied. It was straight in the path of the bowler and it would have been a very risky run if we had decided to go for it. It's the 14th over of the innings. Still a lot of overs remaining, a lot of time for the batters to regroup and rebuild this innings. Very well bowled, cuts it away towards the short third man region and they will cross over for a single. Rohit Saraf. Well, what a knock he's played here. 14 of 13, although these 14 runs have come off 13 balls. He's really stabilized his ship, his team in this game. And Arsh as well. He's batted slow. At a very slow strike rate right now, but you have to give him credit. Came in at a situation where the team was in deep turmoil. And from there to steady the innings for his side is really commendable. Beautifully bowled by Don. Look at the length. Well, it's an uphill challenge here for Rohit and Arsh. It's not going to be easy to get those runs, given that there's so much talent in the bowling of the Rubicon Titans and Don Shroff. Last ball of the 14th over. Oh, that one just lobbed in the air. And that's been caught. Held onto the pitch. Probably came off the handle of the bat. And Rahul Sugandh completes the catch. The wicketkeeper, the captain behind the stumps. That held onto the pitch and absolutely well bowled by Don. Big wicket falls. 14 gone. It's 83 for 4.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
So 14 overs have been bowled. 14 overs have been bowled. It's 83 for 4. It is Siddharth Bihani. And now the Siddharth Bihani is out there in the middle. We need another fellow Bihani in the com box. It is Shanaya who's joining us here. So I have a few questions for Shanaya. Well, Siddharth is as a non-striker's end and his daughter is out here. So Shanaya, you've seen your father bat. How well do you think he plays?
Plays very well.
But he's known to be a bowler primarily. Today he's got a chance to bat. After this delivery, I'll ask you the question. Outside off stump, Harsh trying to cut the ball. A play and a miss. So he is primarily a left-arm spinner. So today he has got the opportunity to bat at the top of the order. Do you think that he will play under pressure as well as he plays usually?
Yeah, he will. Hoping for a century from him today. Yeah. Hopefully he plays well.
Well, that's too much pressure on Siddharth. I'm sure he's not listening to you right now. But when he later on goes and listens to this, you're expecting a century from your father. This time Harsh tucked away onto the pads. There's an appeal. And they will get a single. So Shanaya, you tell me, what is the best thing that you like about your dad's game? Is it his batting? Is it his bowling? Or is it just the fact that he's highly competitive?
His fielding. It's outstanding.
Is that what you think? Because last time when he played with a broken finger. If you remember in the last season, he injured himself and he could not bowl as much as he would have loved to. But today, I just want you to say all the best, Papa, and then you can leave, okay?
Okay. All the best, Papa. Hope you score well.
Thank you so much, Shanaya. That was really sweet. So Shanaya Bihani, the daughter of Siddharth Bihani. And with that note, we'll come back to the game. Rivan is continuing his spell. 84 for 4. Siddharth Bihani on strike for the first time. I'm sure Shanaya has got his eyes glued to the game. And that's down the leg side. It will be a wide. Some kind of angle that you can see from the left arm medium pacer coming into the left-hander. Some sort of reverse swing. Siddharth Bihani. Well, the daughter says that needs to get 100. But I really hope that how much ever he gets, it is good enough. Please the daughter. This time cuts it off the back foot. Beautifully played into the gap. Good way to get off the mark. Played towards the deep extra cover region. And this is good stuff going on here. Both left-handers against a left-arm bowler. Very rarely do you see this sight in cricket, you know. All sort of left-handers. 86 for 4. in the 15th over of the game. Harsh Ahuja, 13 of 28. Tucks the ball away into the leg side. That's a good looking stroke. But there is a man in the deep. Nimit Parikh will cut it off. Only a single. $87 for 4. Well, we're in the 15th over of the innings. And Siddharth goes in the air and he finds the gap. Magnificent stroke. What a shot that was. A shot of a man with extreme confidence. Just look at that. Over pitch delivery from Rivan. It was quick, but it went even quicker off the bat. And a first boundary of the innings for Siddharth Bihani. Shania must be elated with his father getting the boundary here. 91 for 4. Last ball of the 15th over. Mid-off goes on to the boundary now, and third man comes inside the circle. It's a good move by the captain. Slightly shorter in length this time, missed by the keeper. And it will be a dot ball. So 15 gone, 91 for 4.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Don Schroff. He's into his third over. That's cut beautifully, but straight towards the man at backward point, and that was an opportunity for a run out. What was happening there? Don Schroff could not grab hold of the ball, and I think that Siddharth Bihani has survived. It was a slightly back of a line delivery, which was cut beautifully by Harsh, but it went straight zipping towards the man at point, who did not do anything wrong in my opinion. It was a good throw at the non-striker's end. It was Don who could not collect the ball cleanly, and Siddharth survives. Harsh gets the outside edge, goes towards short third man, and this time they'll cross over for a single. That's good fielding there by the man at short third. Diving effort to his left. 92 for 4 in the 16th over of the innings. Well, it's been a decent over rate that's been maintained by the bowling side. Don will be bowling for the first time in the game to Siddharth Bihani. Goes down the ground, Bihani. Good strike, but just a single. Well, I think the singles will do the job. They'll take him to 120, 125, and an odd boundary can certainly help them get further ahead of the required rate. There's no required rate as such, but target of 130, 140 is what they should be eyeing at right now. Harsh Singh Ahuja, 15 of him. Slogs the ball into the leg side. It's gone high in the air. Someone coming under it. And comfortably completed the catch. Ganesh, I reckon, was the man at long on. The 5th wicket goes down. Don Schroff gets his 2nd wicket of the innings. And a comfortable catch in the end by the man at long on. Harsh goes back to the pavilion. Well, the 5th wicket goes down and in comes at number 7, Keyur Gandhi. He's been in good form lately, Keyur. In several tournaments that he's played across the circuit. But this is where it matters. The MPL. First ball outside off stump opens the face of the bat, looking for a single, but denied. Well, just to remind everyone, Keyur Gandhi is playing with an injury in his knee. He's got a brace on his knee because he had severely injured his right knee. But the commitment for the game, the passion for the game is such here at the MPL. Look at that stroke down the ground. Straight towards long on the bounce. That's well fielded. Only a single. So 16 overs have been bowled. Another economical one from Don. It's 94 for 5 after 16.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
So the 17th over of the innings and the final over of his spell. Sanjeev Zaveri into the attack. Going to be bowling from the far end. Keyur Gandhi is on strike. Sanjeev, 3 overs, 1 for 17 outside off stump. That's cut towards point. And they cross over for a single. So Siddharth Biyani and Keyur, can they get their team to a big score here? By big, I mean a respectable one. Well, fair play to the Jvpgc Ace Blasters. They're missing a few names in their batting lineup. Siddharth Zaveri being one of them. Of course, the owner, Amit Kohli, being the other. And Rakesh Wadhwani, also not a part of the batting lineup today. So 3 key batters who've been really brilliant in the last game and throughout the season for the respective tournaments that they play. They're missing today. That goes into the onside. That's beautifully timed. That's in the gap. Needs to be stopped. Well done by the man. It'll only be a single. 96 for 5. Another 22 balls remaining. Can they get 35, 40 more runs here? Well, if Keyur strikes big, I'm sure that 40 is just a small total that I'm asking. Because recently in one of the tournaments, he got a 30-run innings of mere 8 balls. Keyur Gandhi. Hit a big 6 in the previous game as well when he came out to bat against the Lashkaria Mavericks. I remember stepping out to a fast bowler. This time it takes the inside edge, goes towards the square leg region, but it'll only be a single. 97 for 5. Three balls remaining in Sanjeev's spell. 1 for 20 for him in 3.3 overs. Siddharth Biyani on strike. The Ace Blasters looking for some kind of inspiration from one of the 2 batters. Biyani trying to slog the ball, but he's missed the ball and the keeper's missed it as well. It will be 1 byes. If it's not come off the bat, byes signaled by the umpire, yes. Moving closer to the 100-run mark, 98 for 5. 98 for 5. Sanjeev to continue. Down the leg side. Well, he's not offered a shot to it. No, I'm not sure if they can take a run of it, because as there was no shot offered. The rule book of cricket, you're not allowed to cross over as well. The 17th over of the innings. And right now, the Rubicon Titans are completely in control of this game. The toss won by the Titans, electing to bowl first in this match number 3 of the Jvpgc Mpl Season 2, brought to you by the Ajmera Group, our title sponsors, and it's powered by BMW Infinity Motors. 98 for 5. Again onto the pass. This time he's got good bat on it. It's racing away towards the fence. That's going to be 4, and the 100 comes up at the end of 17 overs. Keyur Gandhi gets his first boundary, and Sanjeev must be a little disappointed. Ends his spell with a 4. Overs have been bowled. It's 102 for 5, and that boundary from Keyur just getting a slight bit of momentum for the last 3 overs. Harsh Tank, 2 overs, none for 2. That means he's not picked up a wicket yet, but just conceded 2 runs in the 2 overs. Bowled a maiden in the very first over of the game. Comes round the wicket to Siddharth. Oh, that's missed by the batter, missed by the keeper. There was no reaction time whatsoever for Rahul Sugandh, and that's going to be 4 byes, is it? We'll wait for the umpire's call. Was it byes? Was it off the bat? Byes signalled by the umpire. Just look at that delivery. Was so close to the off stump, and Rahul Sugandhi is not standing further back, nor is he on the stumps, so it is causing some kind of discomfort for the wicketkeeper, as he had no reaction time whatsoever on that ball, and they get a boundary here. So back-to-back 4s, one off the bat and one courtesy of the missed opportunity by the wicketkeeper. 106 for 5 in the 18th over of the innings. Harsh Tank a gem of a delivery, starting his 3rd over. 4 byes. Oh, that's slogged into the leg side as he got good bat on it. I reckon, yes, so. But they'll only get a single. That's quite interesting. Keyur Gandhi not going for the second, looking to keep strike. And naturally, I mean, I have no doubts about it, because Keyur Gandhi is that sort of a player who does not waste any deliveries. He just goes for those big hits. Slight discussion going on between Keyur and Siddharth Bihani. Well, I really feel that Keyur needs to play his strokes. Well, I have no doubts that he's not going to do that, because that is something that he's known to do. Play those big strokes as soon as he gets the ball in his range. Look at that. Look at that. It's in the air. And that's on the bounce though. Well, for a fraction of a second, I thought that the ball is going all the way, but I think it came off the toe end of the bat, and Keyur Gandhi, his intentions are clear for anyone who had ever had a shadow of a doubt. This time he goes towards the short third man region, looking for a single, but denied. There's a dot ball here. Well, Keyur trying to be a little cheeky on that occasion. Will not get a run for it though. Yorker length delivery is gone in the air. Has he cleared the infield? I reckon he has. It's going towards the fence. Not sure if they'll go for the second. Keyur settling with just the one there. Only a single 109 for 5. Last ball of the 18th over. Harsh Tank, another economical one. 3 off the bat, 4 byes included. Last ball. Keyur using his feet. It's gone high in the air. High in the air. This will take some catching. 2 players converging. And it's dropped. Keyur Gandhi. Huge let off. 10. 110 in fact for 5 after 18. So bowling the penultimate over of the innings, over number 19. It is Nimit Parikh, 1 for 16 in his 3 overs, 110 for 5. Keyur Gandhi on strike. The man you would want on strike is Keyur. And Nimit, first ball down the leg side. Oh, that was a leg cutter. How did that miss the leg stump? Well, the intent was to bowl him round his legs, but was slightly down the leg side wide, signalled by the umpire. 111 the score. Well, 2 overs 20 from here will get them to 131. The Rubicon Titans winning the toss, electing to bowl first. They must be so elated, so happy with the effort that the bowlers have put in. But now's the time to keep their composure as well. Oh, look at that leg cutter, just held onto the pitch. Nimit Parikh is a gifted bowler. Well, I had a quick word with Don Shroff when the auctions were going on, and I asked him that, do you know Nimit Parikh? He was like, I'm not sure of him, but I know that there are some words that I've heard, some good words that I've heard around about his bowling, and really putting up a show for his side this time. Hit down the ground, punched into the long on region. Will only be a single. 112 for 5. Siddharth Biani, can he get a boundary here? Hit a magnificent cover drive when he came out to bat against Rivan Chadda. Slight adjustments being made to the field, left and right hand combination, and forcing the batters, in fact the bowlers, to change their lines. Nimit to continue. That's beautifully bowled, going on length. Whenever everyone has a shadow of doubt, when in doubt, go for the good length. As simple as you like. The umpire just warning him to not run onto the middle of the pitch. But you cannot blame Nimit. It's a natural angle for a right-hand bowler. He has to be very cautious this time around. Oh, the leg cutter again. Held onto the pitch, trying to pull the ball away into the leg side. Did not come out of the bat as well as Siddharth would have liked. And a brilliant delivery. What an over this has been. Just a couple of runs of the 4 deliveries. Nimit Parikh. Well, the no-brainer would be the Yorker outside off stump, but Nimit has other plans. He's using the slowness of the pitch and pitching the ball on good length. Look at that again. Pitched on good length. Yet another dot ball. Magnificent bowling. Getting the applause from the captain as well from behind the stumps. Rahul Sugandh. 112 for 5, the last ball of the 19th over. Siddharth Biani. 9 runs of 13 balls. Last ball of the 19th over. Oh, that's outside off stump. That's another play and a miss. A magnificent spell. What a spell. What an over. 2 runs in the 19th over. 112 for 5 after 19. Last over of the innings. Harsh Tank outside off stump, play and a miss. Well, this has just been one-way traffic so far. Using his feet this time, he's got bat on it. And he's got the gap as well. That's racing away towards the fence. A much needed boundary. Keyur Gandhi using his feet, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. And he bowled a Yorker outside off stump, Harsh. But Keyur did really well. And the power and the placement helping him get 4 runs here. $116 for 5. Keyur, oh, what a hit that is. It's in the air. Chance of a catch. Oh, and that's been caught. Rivan. Magnificent catch in the outfield. The first wicket for Harsh Tank. And Rivan Chadda completes the catch, the youngster. A lot of hard work put in by our coach Sri Sanjay Kamkar in the nets on these youngsters. And paying heaps of dividends here for the Rubicon Titans. It was a magnificent catch running to his left. Just missing Keyur Gandhi. Well, that wicket was much needed because even 2 balls that Keyur faces, he's got the knack of getting those 2 big hits. Has the ability to clear the boundary at will. Goes back to the pavilion. 116 for 6. Fennell, the new man in. Well, he too is a very, very good batter and a product of the Jvpgc Cricket Academy. Oh, straight away trying to pull the ball away. That one held onto the pitch yet again. Well, Harsh Tank. I'm sure most players who are watching this, most people who are watching this, they know who he is. But those of you who don't know, he's that guy who's played the highest level of cricket in and around the circuit. He was a part of the Ranji Trophy probables as well. Outside off stump, that's missed by the keeper again. And it's racing away towards the fence. Will this be stopped? Just about in the end. Great stuff. I think it was Sanjeev Zaveri at deep third man. Buys. There's been a lot of buys here. The last over as well, 4 buys, and this time a couple of runs. Last ball. Oh, takes the outside edge, is it? Oh, it hit the off stump. Well, so on the last ball of the innings, Harsh Tank gets his second wicket. 4 overs, 2 for 10 for him. 118 for 7 is what they get. So 119 will be the target for the Jvpgc Rubicon Titans when they come out to bat in some time.
The feelings take control. The feelings take control. Hit them, hit them.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Welcome to the world of dreams. Dreams that had humble beginnings. Dreams that led to the pinnacle of success. Dream that turned into reality for us. We strive to be a contributor to progressive India and be a beacon of prosperity to our customers and stakeholders. Our portfolio spans across residential and commercial spaces, starting from humble affordable housing to large high-tech townships. For Omax, customers and investors are gods, and we always try to make them feel proud, achieve success, and trust the Omax brand. Today we are present in 29 cities spanning across 8 states of northern India. Our grit and determination has led to several accolades and awards. All this has become
Well, hello and welcome back, everyone. We're here for the run chase. 119 is what the target has been set for the Jvpgc Rubicon Titans by the Ace Blasters, getting 118 for 7. And the captain, Rohit Saraf, bowling the first ball and straight away bat to ball. Played towards the cover region. Anish Vijayakar gets his first runs in this game. Ganesh facing his first ball in this game. Rohit Saraf has got a slip in place. KO in third slip, laid off the back foot towards the cover region. Well, these are the first few overs where I think the Ace Blasters can pick up those wickets and put pressure on the Rubicon Titans. There is some kind of help for the slower bowlers. In fact, for the pacers as well, if you bowl those cutters, you can get the maximum purchase. And having seen the first innings completely, the first 20 overs were all in favour of the bowlers. And it's a rare sight in T20 cricket that you see bowlers perform exceptionally well. It's usually a batsman-dominated game. This time takes the outside edge, goes towards Keyur. Couple of bounces. Well, Varun Mandani behind the stumps, another excellent reader of the game. Understanding of the game is pretty high from these two batters. This time outside off stump, trying to cut the ball. Did not bounce as much, but decent carry, even though it kept slightly lower. 119 is the target that's been set by the Jvpgc Ace Blasters. After the Rubicon Titans won the toss, selected to bat first, managing only 118 for 7. Top scorer Kunal Jhaveri with 28 runs of 18 balls. And I think since his wicket, it all went downhill from there. They missed out on some big names in their batting lineup. Siddharth Zaveri, the Ace Impex Blast owner Amit Kohli, and Rakesh Wadhwani, the three batters who did not feature in today's game. However, Rakesh has taken the field. Not sure if he'll be able to allowed to bowl in today's game. This time outside off stump again, just held onto the pitch that ball. The perfect length from Rohit Saraf. Usually one of the more economical bowlers that you'll see with the new ball, Rohit. In and around the dad's circuit as well, he's performed exceptionally well with the ball in hand. Last ball of the first over, 6 over of power play, where the batters can make full use of the field restrictions. 10 overs from one end and then the next 10 overs from the other. Last ball of the first over, Rohit Saraf. Short delivery, pulled the ball away into the leg side. And that'll be the first runs of this tournament for Ganesh. Ends the first over, 2 without loss for the Rubicon Titans.
The feelings take control. The
Well, we have Fennell, who's going to be bowling from the com box, and over number 2, sharing the new ball with Rohit Saraf. And sharing the com box with me right now is a very special player playing for the Lashkar Mavericks this time around. Was injured in the previous season, had a fractured finger, and this time is fully fit. Is with me, Deepak Punwani. Deepak, very, very warm welcome to you in the com box.
Thanks so much. Yash, it's I don't know whether it's the air conditioning or your commentary. It's really cool here. I think your commentary is really cool. What do you think of the total? In between total, slightly low scoring. Low scoring matches are most interesting.
Absolutely, Deepak. And primarily, I felt that the toss went the right way for the Rubicon Titans. It was a must-win game for them. Had they lost this game or had they, not performed all that well, they'd be out of the tournament. And like you said, the total is not the biggest of totals, but these small, tricky totals can kind of, put some pressure on you. And Fennell now has the opportunity to put some pressure with the new ball in hand. He's bowling for the first time in this game. Coming over the wicket. No slip in place for him. Covers extra cover point and a shot third man. First ball, he's taken the aerial route. Look at that stroke. Ganesh takes the aerial route and the first 6 of the innings, first 6 of the run chase down the ground. And I think that's one way to bat when you have a small total to chase.
True. I think this just changes everyone's mood in the dugout. The pitch no longer looks slow and sluggish. It puts the bowler under a lot of pressure when he gets hit for a 6. Let's see how he comes back. That was a full toss, loopy one, driven down for 4 more runs. Now this is going to put a lot of pressure on the bowler. 10 runs, 2 balls. After the first over was only 2 runs. This is going to put a lot of pressure on the entire fielding team. Low total. Do you already see some drooped shoulders, Yash?
Well, absolutely. When I saw these Ace Blasters squad players come into the dugout, they were pretty disappointed, disheartened with the fact that they only got 119. They got off to a very good start, honestly, with Kunal and Harsh Gandhi, the way they were batting. And that just happens in cricket, when you get a very small total. Wickets is the only mantra to win the game. There are no other ways to get away from such things. And right now, with a couple of big hits, it's kind of taken the required rate also down below 6 and over. And the current run rate above 9. Let's see what Fennell has in offer. This time outside off, trying to cut the ball. Play and a miss. But that's what happens, Deepak, you are a bowler yourself. You also know that when you're chasing a small total, wickets is the only way to go. Even in the previous game when Lashkar Mavericks, you were playing the game out there, you knew that it was not the biggest of total that you got. And wickets was the only way that you all could have won the game.
Yeah, whatever format one plays, we both are bowlers. We know that wickets are the best way to even stop runs. There's one of the captains, one of the thinking captains, Imran Khan, used to say that always go in any game, 5 specialist bowlers will win you matches. And in this one especially, they have to take the wickets, get into the middle order very, very early. If these two stick for 5-6 overs, whatever is the run rate, the match is out of hands.
Well, I absolutely agree to you word to word, because wickets is the only way to go forward in the game. And if they stick around for the first 5 or 6 overs, maybe, there is no doubt in my mind that the game will be out of the hands of the Ace Blasters. Fennell, however, he's made a decent comeback. 10 of the first 2 balls, dot wide dot. He needs to continue this way. But I'm pretty impressed with the way Ganesh has batted today. The first time he's featuring in the Jvpgc Mpl Season 2 and batting for the first time. I've not seen him bat in the previous game for the Rubicon Titans, and now that he's got a chance to bat, he's showcasing that he does not want to let this position go. Even players like Harsh Tank are there in the batting lineup. There's Rahul Sugandh, who has opened the innings in the previous season for his former team. And look at that. Well, shots like that put insurmountable pressure on the opponents. That's yet another boundary, taking the aerial route, taking full advantage of the field restrictions. Well, Deepak, you've played a couple of seasons now. It's your second season. How nervous does one be, or one feel when he's playing the first game in the MPL?
Anyone who's played for a while will not feel really nervous because they're used to playing matches. But if it's the first time someone's playing a match, then yes, obviously, or after a long time, they'll feel nervous. But what's most interesting for me is Ganesh has his profession as the first 2 words of his name. I wonder if everyone had their profession as the first 2 words, what will it say for different people? I think we now know he's a ortho doctor. So if the innings ever needs repair, we know who they'll turn to. But I don't think the way it's going, they'll need any repairs. 15 of 10 is a brilliant start. What also happens sometimes is batsmen don't play the ball, they play the bowler. So you could see the way they were playing Rohit. His reputation obviously precedes him versus the way they are playing Fennell. Obviously now Fennell is under a lot of pressure. We'll have to see what the captain does. Does he give him another over? My bet is probably not.
Fair enough, Deepak. I agree that this might be the only over that we see from Fennell in this first power play at least. 2 gone, 17 without loss for the Titans. Rohit Saraf to continue. 3rd over of the innings, 2nd of his spell. Down the leg side he goes. Very well kept by Varun Vandani, diving to his left. And a rare loose delivery from Rohit Saraf. 18 without loss. Anish Vijayakar is out there in the middle. And the Rubicon Titans winning the toss, electing to field first and completely having control of the game since ball 1. As they got few wickets early and then did not allow them to get those boundaries freely. Really need a miraculous spell here from the captain of the Ace Blasters, Rohit Saraf. 18 without loss. Anish Vijayakar on strike. Here goes Rohit. Beautifully bowled, tucked away into the leg side, looking for a quick single but denied. There was Fennell out there. Well, they have a few bowling options with Arsh in the bowling lineup, Siddharth Biani being the other. How quickly does the game change? That's something we'll have to wait and see. 18 without loss in the 3rd over of the innings. This is the power play. So 4 more overs remaining. 6 overs of power play where the batters have full advantage of the field restrictions. Maximum of 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. This time off the back foot, trying to cut the ball. Was not wide enough to play the stroke, but he went for it anyway. Play and a miss. There's a man at deep third man. And I think that's the only player that I can see outside the 30-yard circle for Rohit Saraf. In the third over of the innings, required rate well below 6 and over. I think that's what happens when you're chasing a small total. The first couple of overs, if you put your foot on the accelerator, kind of takes the confidence away of your opponents. And look at that, shots like that. Again, crunched through the offside. It was uppish. But once it had crossed the 30-yard circle, there was no stopping that. There was no one there square on the offside, on the boundary. Outside off stump, enough room to play the cut shot. And he got plenty of it on that occasion. His first boundary. 22 without loss. Anish Vijayakar opened the innings last time around as well. Got a deep batting lineup, the Rubicon Titans. They've got, of course, Anish and Ganesh, the two openers right now. They also have Rahul Sugan, the captain, along with the big name in the tournament, Harsh Tank, playing his first edition. Sanjeev Zaveri, another interesting batting option. Don Shroff knows to swing his bat as well. This time again off the back foot. Beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke. Back-to-back fours. Anish Vijayakar. Well, on one end you've got Ganesh just slogging the ball whenever he sees it in his zone. And then you have the elegance and the timing of Anish Vijayakar. Two different kind of batters, but similar kind of effect. 26 without loss in the third over. Rohit, can he make a comeback here? A good delivery. That one came back in. Oh, they want a quick single as well. Direct hit needed. Well, there was a chance of a run out had there been a direct hit. But I probably feel that Ganesh was a bit short of his ground. Was really lucky to get away with it.
I've always wondered if a captain is one of the strike performers for a team, and between a bowler and a batsman, who's put under more pressure as a captain? Is a bowling captain under more pressure in his bowling, or a batting captain more under pressure in his batting? I think I can see the pressure on Rohit, the way the match is going. And you can see his second over versus his first over, his body language, his follow through. He's thinking too many things while he's bowling. Probably not on the next ball, but so many more things. If you were the captain in this place, what would you do?
Well, that's an interesting question, because had I been the captain, I would firstly start off the innings with a spinner, because I've seen a lot of assistance to the spinners in the first innings. That was the one reason why my team is in such a position if I am the captain. So starting off with a spinner is the most important. And obviously trying to be attacking, because there is only one way to get the victory is by taking wickets. And that's something that I would have done as a captain, because the Rubicon Titans have a deep batting lineup and they have a lot of batters yet to come. So yep, looks like there's a change in bowling. Anand looks to be the new bowler into the attack. Another medium pacer. Seeing him for the first time. Have you seen him play before, Anand?
Yes, I've seen Anand play. I've seen him at the nets. Cool head, and that's what's needed. But very interesting point, Yash. Getting a spinner in, spoken like a true spinner. Two spinners on commentary. And it's a myth that spinners are a restricting option in white ball format. Spinners are as much an attacking option. The best captains know that. The best captains know how to use spinners. Rohit Sharma showed us how a four-man pace attack of West Indies can suddenly become a four-man spin attack of India. Definitely an attacking option.
Absolutely, and here goes Anand for the first time in the MPL Season 2, outside off stump. And cut away beautifully, but straight towards Rakesh. Well, Rakesh, another player who did not get a chance to bat. And I think the team really felt a big blow with the lack of batting options in the first innings. However, Anand, can he pick up a wicket for his side? He's got a good action. Pitches the ball in the right areas. He's got the perfect pace for a pitch like this. Yes, that's the length. That's the line. You were right about him having a cool head on his shoulders. Started off with a slightly shorter delivery, but then he's made a decent comeback.
Yeah, I go back a long way in terms of watching cricket. I think Andy reminds me a combination of Mohinder Ramanathan and Mudassar Nazar in terms of his bowling. Slow ambling run to the wicket, just like Mohinder Ramanathan, but pitching right on line. Oh, this is right outside the off stump, and we commentators always get shown in terms of our ignorance. When I said good pitching, he pitched one right outside off stump. But yeah, this team is under pressure. I think spin should be in. They have some very good young spinners. I would even say attacking field with spin, taking wickets, that's the way to go.
Yes, absolutely. And Andy will continue. See, that's the length. That's the line he needs to bowl. But that's a slash through the offside. Slight bit of room for Anish Vijayakar, and that's enough for him to pounce on it. And he gets yet another boundary. His third boundary in this innings. And this one played behind square on the offside. There was a man at point inside the circle and a short third man as well. Beats past both the fielders and races away towards the fence. 30 comes up now. And the first 30-40 runs, the quicker they come, the easier the chase becomes for them. The Jvpgc Rubicon Titans are in complete control of this game right now.
And also, I don't know whether it's a deliberate strategy to go after the bowlers when the ball is new and hard and the pitch is still sort of not so slow. Because once it starts to slow, run making will be difficult. So this is an excellent start, making use of the new ball. Andian for his fourth delivery, which is way outside off thumb, another wide. You could be as cool-headed as you are in practice. It's when you are under the glare of a MPL match where your coolness actually comes to the fore. I'm actually very interested about this offside bowling to Anish Vijayakar. He's hit 2 execute square cuts, 1 back foot cover drive through the offside. It's almost as if they are tempting Saurav Ganguly, the god of offside, to say, here's our bowling on the offside, see if you can pierce it. I mean, why wouldn't you adjust your line to middle and leg to Anish? He's already shown that he's not going to be restricted on, off or outside the off stump. Let's see what Andy does next. Oh, there you go. Closer to the stumps. And Anish couldn't free his arms. I think that's the way to bowl to him. Keep it off middle. Don't let him flick, but don't give him room outside the off stump. The pitch is very slow. He will adjust and drive or cut. And also the only way then to get him would be to get a catch. And that is counting on the fielder holding on to a difficult catch sometimes. So let's see what Andy does now. Again, outside the off stump and driven down to long off, who's already on the boundary. So they've pushed the fielder back. Single for Anish. Very interested. They're tempting Anish outside the off stump. Someone's told them Anish is weak outside the off stump. I don't think so. Ganesh and Anish both on 15, neck to neck. Last ball played off the back foot very carefully. They don't need to take any risks now. I think the game will drift unless the bowling side comes up with something new. Spin with an attacking field is the way to go.
The feelings take control.
So, well, 4 overs have been bowled. Still the power play going on. And change in bowling. Spinner brought into the attack. Rohit Saraf realizing that if someone can give them a chance to come back in the game, it has to be a spinner. And Siddharth Bihani, left arm spinner, brought into the attack. Anish Vijayakar is on strike. Here goes Bihani. Tossed up. Zapish. It's in the gap. Will be a single there. Siddharth Bihani bowling slower through the air. Well, Deepak, you are yourself, another left arm spinner. You've been playing a couple of seasons of the MPL. You know that these pitches, usually in the summers, offer a lot of assistance to the spinners. So, according to you, is it better to bowl quicker through the air, or like how Siddharth is bowling a little slower through the air? What is your target? Or do you read the batter, or do you read the pitch when you're bowling?
That's a good question. Okay, that's way down the leg side. In a short format, very difficult to read the pitch. You get 4 overs. There are very, very few captains who will trust a bowler, a spinner, after he's been hit for a couple of boundaries. So literally, you should always think you have 2 overs. Let's see what Siddharth does now. Very flighted. It's a no ball. A no ball by a spinner. Well, that's something that's controllable. I think that those will be 2 runs. Yes, they are. And that will be a free hit. They came back. Yes, it was Doc on strike. So this is a free hit. So very difficult to read the pitch. You have to read the batter in a short form. Second ball. It's way down the leg side. That's a wide again. These are all free runs when you can ill afford them. It continues to be a free hit. I'm going back a long way. Spectacled left arm spinner reminds me of Dilip Doshi. Second ball, flighted, swept, and that would be a boundary. Swept from outside the off stump. Not much pace to work from, but it was a free hit. So he could afford to play across the line largely, take his chance, cow corner, 4 runs. And if the entire point of getting a spinner is to get wickets, Yash, you think there should be someone in catching position? I see everyone in run restrictive position. So is the spinner going to restrict runs, or is the spinner going to take a wicket?
Well, I'm not too sure what the thought process is behind getting a spinner, if that's the field that has been set for Siddharth Bihani. I think there should be a slip in place. There should be a man at short fine leg as well. Everyone should be inside the circle trying to save that single firstly when you're standing inside, because, well, it is a game of wickets right now. It's not a game of how less can you concede in your spell. And already Siddharth Bihani has conceded 11 of the first 2 balls that he's bowled. So technically I feel that now it's, not the battle has already been lost. And there is some kind of, save the face kind of a thing that's left for Siddharth Bihani if he can get a wicket or so for himself. Again, off the back foot. Enough time and enough room to play that cut shot. Arsh does well at extra cover. And Arsh, another interesting option, leg spinner that can be brought on as soon as the power play is over. Probably in the power play as well. He's a very confident young lad. Well, the Ahujas dominated this tournament so far. This time tucked away into the leg side, looking for a quick single. And I think they will cross over for 1. They are short of a player here, the Ace Blasters, and it's good to see from the captain of the Rubicon Titans, Rahul Sugan, giving a player to field. And Nimit Parikh, the man at short square leg. 46 without loss. Anish Vijayakar comes back on strike. Tossed up delivery, goes high in the air. Well, an opportunity here. And it falls a few yards in. But like we were talking, a spinner comes into the attack. There always will be that possibility of getting a wicket, Deepak.
Yes, and like we were mentioning, you need to really catch well if this is your field, because there's no attacking option. Way outside off term, well left, not given a wide, and that's justified. End of the over. I think a bit of a trick being missed. Like we said, they have to take wickets. They're already 47 in 5 overs on a slow, sluggish pitch. You need to. I think they have next 2 overs to get a couple of wickets. If that's not gotten, this match will be over pretty soon.
Absolutely. 5 gone. It's 47 without loss, and we'll have a quick break here.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो
Five overs, 47 without loss, and Andy will continue the last over of the power play. After this, the field restrictions will be lifted, so hopefully we'll see more spin into the game. But 72 of 90 with 10 wickets in hand. Well, 11 out of 10 times I would go with the batting side. Anish Vijayakar is on strike. Anand. A beautiful delivery outside off stump, took the outside edge, racing away towards the short third man region. Rohit Saraf with the chase, and well, he does well, keeps it down to just a single. So yep, damage pretty much already done by the Rubicon Titans. They still have a lot of batting left, and well, there's this one player everyone's been talking about, Harsh Tank. Have you seen him play yet? And if you have, then you should know that. If you haven't, in fact, you should know that he is one of the most experienced players, along with likes of Samad Akhtar, who's played the highest level of cricket from Tripura.
Yes, obviously we all know Harsh Tank. We've been playing cricket since his father used to play cricket, and we played under his captaincy, Uday Tank's captaincy. Harsh used to be a small boy then. Now to see him become this really talented batsman, cricketer, is really good to see. But this pitch in some ways will challenge Harsh, I think, because Harsh likes the ball coming onto the bat. He likes bounce. Oh, now we have a slip in. Second ball from Andy with a slip in. Oh, and there you go. It's always interesting. It happens time and time again. An attacking fielder lifts the confidence of the bowler. Invariably, the bowler bowls a wicket-taking delivery. So it's psychological. 2 balls up. Andy coming in for the third one. That's way down the leg side. That's a wide. They run a by. Are they going to double this? There is no one on the ball. And Guri comes on the ball now. So that's 2 plus 1. If I'm correct, that's 3 runs with a wide. And that is the 50 up. A partnership of 51 in 33 balls. If I have ever seen more drooped shoulders on a field, I would want to go back a long way. I've not seen more drooped shoulders on a field in the 6th over of a match. It's as if they have lost the match in their minds. And the way the fielder ambled onto that ball, you could know that they've almost thinking it's a lost cause and going through the motions. But never say never in cricket. Andy in for the third ball. That's short outside off stump. That's been cut. Well fielded there. It's difficult to score on this pitch. Let's not forget that. It's a slow pitch. It doesn't have bounce. The batsman has to create the strokes. So if one were captaining this side, at the 6 over mark, get everyone together and ask them to fight and take wickets. That's the way to go.
Yes, absolutely. And Anand, well, that's a full toss outside off stump that's driven firmly towards the extra cover region. There's a man there, Harsh. Does really well. Keeps it down to a single. But like you said, in the 6th over, there droop shoulders. Everyone's kind of given it up already, knowing that there's not a lot of runs to defend. And right now, I think the Rubicon Titans will be trying to put the Ace Blasters out of their misery. That's the thing that's going on. 52 without loss. A brilliant partnership between the pair. The opening wicket this time, and he's trying to go across the line. It's high in the air and running backwards. Rohit Saraf was never close to the ball. The man at short third man was brought inside the circle towards the slip region. So the third man area was always available for runs, but they only get a single here. And to everyone's surprise, at least to my surprise, Anand is really bowling up top line and length, in my opinion. The way he's getting the ball to move off the pitch as well and in the air slightly away from the right hander, that's causing some kind of discomfort. And like Deepak rightly pointed out, this is not an easy pitch to bat on, and if the bowlers bowl in the right channels, it can really cause all sorts of pressure to the batters. However, the last ball of the power play, Anand, beautiful, what an over. Slight fumble there, but will end in the dot ball. 6 gone, power play comes to an end. It's 53 without loss.
Healthy heart, healthy life. With 15 ml morning mantra, clears heart blockages, reduces bad cholesterol, maintains ideal weight. Morning mantra, rose piyo mast jiyo.
So here's the change that was highly anticipated by everyone. Arsh Singh Ahuja comes into the attack, the leg spinner at the end of the power play. 53 for 1. And straight away on the money outside off stump. Although they will cross over for a single. Anish Vijayakar plays it with soft hands, and well, the talent on offer here in the Jvpgc Gymkhana Clubs Member Premier League Season 2 is pretty young, honestly, and there are a lot of academy players. How important is it to have a great academy running as a Gymkhana? You know, because I see a lot of young talent coming up from the ranks. Players like Arsh, players like Mahir, Rivan is well playing for the Rubicon Titans. A lot of talent here. It's in the air and it's in the gap, so will be stopped by Siddharth. Although they will come back for 2, I reckon. Yes, they do. So Deepak, just to answer my question, just to ask you the question here, that there are a lot of young players coming from the talent, you know, from our academy. How important is it to have young talent being groomed when you're having such a good Gymkhana facility running?
It's extremely important, and one of the most exciting young players to come out this season is Arsh, as he bowls his third ball to Doc. It's flighted up, goes, and that's a single down the ground. You know, when Arsh took the ball, the way he went to his bowling mark, you could already see more energy than I've seen in all the earlier bowlers. That's the advantage of a young player. No baggage. They don't have prior memory of losses as he comes for his 4th ball to Anish. Again flighted up. Anish takes front foot, and if that's a single, that's a very well judged single. And again, one talks about energy. You have to back your bowlers. A ball on the stumps, flighted, good length, there is absolutely no way that should be a single. It deflates the bowler when he bowls a good ball and goes for a run. But let's see what Ash will do. He will come back. Though I have some advice for him after this ball, which is again on a good length, goes back, cut, so there's a misfield again. And that is well fielded, well covered, but those 2 runs. So if I were his captain, I would have a quiet word in his ear and tell him to take wickets. And the way to take wickets is for him to hit top of off. which means he shouldn't be pitching on off stump. He should be pitching on middle and leg. His only chance of getting a wicket if he pitches on off stump and the ball is missing is to take a wicket. It's a slow wicket. Chances it will carry to slip are less. He's restricting his options. I would bring an LBW and bold in play. Let's see where he pitches now. Again outside the off stump. And that's been driven down the ground. And it just falls safe. Drops there for a single. So the only way he gets a wicket by pitching it on off stump, taking it outside off stump, is a catch. Drooped shoulders don't make for good catches. So he doesn't have the support of his fielders, as we saw. I would put a word in his ear. My dear young man, pitch it on middle leg, take top of off. That's your best chance. Take your fielders out of the equation. Bring LBW and bold into the equation. That's your best chance of getting a wicket. I think there's a trick missed to put a word in his ear in terms of telling him how he can take wickets.
Well, 7 overs have been bowled. It's 61 without loss for the Rubicon Titans, and this is match number 3 of the Jvpgc Mpl Season 2, brought to you by the Ajmera Group, powered by BMW Infinity Cars. We'd like to thank all our sponsors, Nanavati Max Super Speciality Hospital as well, for giving physios, doctors on field for every team outside off stump. Andy, that ball not bouncing as well as Ganesh would have liked, but a play and a miss. Yep, all our sponsors, a big thank you to them. Without them, this tournament wouldn't have been possible. And most importantly, our Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's committee and cricket subcommittee as well, for ensuring that we have a nice bunch of 72 number of players, a total of 72 players who are participating in the tournament. 61 without loss in the 8th over of the innings, and well, Andy is using all his experience. The cover in place, point, and a shot third man, along with a slip. So 4 fielders inside the circle. Time well outside off stump. That is going to be a wide, and he'll have to bowl that one again. Well, I agree to you, Deepak. In the last over, you mentioned that Arsh should bowl in the stumps. That gives him much more options of getting wickets, and I think more than that, it forces the batter to play into the onside against the spin. That is something that always comes into picture, because if you bowl outside off stump, there's no chance that he'll go into the leg side. You know, if you bowl into the stumps, there's an option that batter will choose to go against the spin. This time a slow delivery, he goes down the ground, hit firmly towards long on, another single. And well, you're playing for the Mavericks, Lashkar-e Mavericks. They're the former defending champions, having lost the first game. What's the discussion in your dugout before the game? How is your team going to gear up against challengers who have, apparently won their first game today in this tournament, in fact?
We'll come back to that question as we see Andy coming in for his 4th ball. That's pitched in line. Oh, that's a good shot by Anish. A very, very good shot. Well-timed shot, but a fielder was well placed. They get a single. I think we'll have to forget what happened in the last match. It's a new team, new pitch. Take lessons from that one, but don't let the disappointment play up. We'll have to play every ball on its merit. Forget what happened. Once you go on the field, you have to play what's in front of you. But yes, we've taken some lessons, so hopefully we'll execute on those. As Andy comes for his 5th delivery. It's been a good spell so far. Pitched well. Good line ball driven to the offside. No run. In this match, this may look like a decent delivery, but if the score was 170, this was a very good ball. They are defending a very low total, and having someone defend on a good length, unfortunately, is not going to win you this match. You have to think how you're getting the batsman out, and that's what Yash pointed out at the start of the game. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's pitched slightly short on the stumps, goes back, pulls, will be a single. This is becoming easier and easier. And this is actually the time when the batting would have been a little more difficult, field spread out, ball getting a little old, pitch slow. But because of the start, it's become very easy.
Late overs gone at 65 without loss for the Rubicon Titans, and we'll have a short break before the next over begins.
The feelings take control. The
To continue over number 9. Oh, he's pitched in the stumps and he's been taken into the leg side. That's a maximum. Well, it was slightly over pitched and beautifully picked up there. Look at that shot. Amazing bat speed. Ganesh not seeming to hold back. Wants to get done with this game as soon as he can.
First ball, you flighted it on the stumps, over pitched, it's gone for a 6. What do you bowl now, Yash?
Well, honestly, I have not seen any googlies yet from Arsh. I would really pack him to bowl a googly, but let's see what he has in store for us. Tossed up delivery again outside off stump. That's beautifully driven down the ground by Ganesh. Looking solid out there in the middle. And the biggest weapon for a spinner is the one that the batsman does not expect. The batter does not expect for the longest. And it's always a setup that a bowler needs to do. So he's bowled 8 deliveries so far. He's bowled all leg spinners. Can see something different. Can we? Arsh to continue. Again, short. Outside off stump. That's missed by the fielder at point. It's racing away towards the fence. Does it have the legs? I don't think so. The outfield is literally a little denser grass as it reaches closer to the boundary ropes. Another couple of runs taken. And Arsh, well, he's trying his best, trying everything that he can to induce a false stroke, but the batters are pretty much in control of their game right now.
You know, a couple of overs back, you asked me about young players coming through the academy. The thing that was very nice for me to see is that he got it for a 6, he tossed the next ball up. You need a big heart as a spinner. If you're a small heart, you'll never be a successful spinner. A spinner needs a big heart. A spinner needs to buy wickets. You know, you get hit for a 6, Bishan Singh Bedi would applaud that 6 and then bowl the next one, trying to get the batsman out. I can see a certain Bishan Singh Bedi in Arsh Singh Ahuja. Slight change in the field. The mid-off is being brought up. He's challenging Anish to go down the wicket. This is on the back foot. Anish goes on the back foot, pins it to the sweeper at point. It's a little easy for them, but I've been impressed with Arsh in the first match and also in this match. He always gives it his all. He always believes that he can get a wicket. Just his body language is something that makes you seem that he's going for a wicket. The 5th ball. This is slightly pitched up, good length. Back to the bowler. By now the batsmen have their sights set in. Yash was right. We could see a googly. You can't keep your weapons in the back pocket in a small format. You have to use them early on. Last ball of the over. Oh, and that missed the outside edge. It fizzed a little bit. It was the leg spinner. Good end to the over. 75 at the end of 9.
Well, 9 overs, 75 without loss. The Jvpgc Rubicon Titans winning the toss, electing to bowl first, restricting the opponents to 118 and 9. This run chase are in cruise control. Last over before the drinks break. Cuts the ball towards point. Rohit Saraf bringing himself back into the attack. The captain of the Ace Blasters. Well, having not a lot of batting options in the first innings. Missing out the services of Rakesh Wadhwani. Also, Siddharth Zaveri, one of the key players in the batting lineup, along with the owner of the Ace Impex Blasters, Amit Pal Kohli as well. And one key reason that they did not get to that big score was missing out the likes of these big players. 75 without loss in the 10th over. Anish takes the outside edge. Man at third man. Oh, brilliantly done. Gurmeet Ahuja. Well, he's been the best fielder in the day today because he's taken a couple of brilliant catches in the first game. In the first innings, beg your pardon. First to dismiss Kunal Jhaveri and then a diving catch to dismiss Harsh Gandhi at short fine leg. Rohit Saraf. Well, looks like it's the last roll of the dice, Deepak. There is nothing much remaining in the game and Rohit knows that it's now or never sort of a thing for them.
Yes, definitely. We talked a little bit about what a spinner can do on this wicket. You know, it's very interesting, Yash, if you think about it, and we'll come back to what someone who's a medium pacer can do. It's a third ball from Rohit. So on the stumps, good length, played back very carefully. You know, Yash, if you analyze slow wickets, when the wickets are slower in the subcontinent, they generally produce in-swing bowlers because they try to hit the wickets and get LBW. When the wickets are fast, they produce outswing bowlers because then you can edge to the keeper and get it in slips. You know, Dennis Lilly grew up in Perth. There's a reason he's a very good outswing bowler. So fourth ball, Rohit comes from a slightly shorter run-up. It comes back a little bit, short of good length, dabbed down to short third man for a single. It's always a good idea to pitch the ball up when it's a slower wicket because you have a chance of an LBW or hitting the wicket. The chances of putting it short and then getting an edge to slip or to the keeper is very, very limited on this slow pitch. So again, attacking the stumps would be the way to go. Pitching it up would be the way to go. Rohit for his fifth delivery. And that's been cut a bit in the air, goes down to third man. Guri there, fields for a single. Rohit has been a little on the short side this over. I would have preferred him to bowl pitched up, maybe have a catching short cover or a short mid wicket, have them drive on a slow pitch and the chance of a catch or a cotton bowled. Pitching it short on a slow pitch probably doesn't give you a lot of probability of getting a wicket. You look at anyone who grew up on slow, low pitches, they were good hitting the stump. Yorker bowlers, Waqar Yunus, Manoj Prabhakar, all grew up on slow, low pitches. Rohit in, good length, defended. Now, if this was a fast pitch, this was a fizzed in, probably got a nick. This is a very slow pitch. Batsman can easily come behind the ball and defend.
The feelings take control.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
Well, 10 overs have been bowled at 78 without loss. Another 41 required of 60 deliveries. It's just a matter of time before we see the Rubicon Titans get over the line. Arsh Ahuja. Well, he's been that one small ray of hope in this cloud of darkness that's been surrounding the Ace Blasters. Arsh, beautifully bowled outside off stump, slightly shorter in length, played towards point, looking for a single. Oh, direct hit. Well, is that out? Sanjeev Zaveri playing for the Rubicon Titans, fielding in position. And he gets Anish Vijayakar run out. Well, he was on the back foot. And Sanjeev Zaveri with a pickup and a brilliant throw. Direct hit from point. And the first wicket goes down. Anish, after a well-made 27, has to walk back to the pavilion. 78 for 1.
Healthy heart, healthy life. With 15 ml morning mantra, clears heart blockages, reduces bad cholesterol, maintains ideal weight. Morning mantra, Rose Pio Must Geo.
That was a good piece of fielding by Sanjeev Zaveri. And this will lift up Arsh. You will see a fizz in his bowling. And if I were a betting man, I might bet another wicket coming in this over. Oh, and Varun takes him across the line, and is that a 6? Wow, that is some shot on the first ball. No longer it's about getting, and sorry, that's Ganesh who took strike because the batsman had changed ends. And that is a fantastic shot by Ganesh. It's a bold thing to go for a big shot just when a wicket has fallen. Let's see what Arsh does now. That's flatter. And that's a wide. That's a little harsh on the bowler. The ball spun. But the umpire's decision, as always, is final. Arsh for the third delivery. It's well pitched up. And that was an edge, or was it off the pads? Let's see. He definitely beat the batsman. And that's a boundary. Life can be very, very unfair sometimes. Or that's given as leg buys. There was an appeal. And maybe it was the height that saved the batsman. But like one said, there will be a fizz in Arsh's bowling. Yash, you've played a lot of cricket. I have a question for you. Sometimes when things are not going your way and the batsman is well set, are you a fan of a quiet word in the batsman's ear, telling them their technique is a little incorrect, telling them they can't sight the ball? Let's see what Arsh does now. That's outside the off stump, and that is a wicket. And that is what the betting man predicted, that there is another wicket coming in this over. You know, if I were to bet on cricket, I would be a millionaire by now. See the replay, short, outside off stump, no foot movement, that's an edge. Harsh gets a wicket. So, as I was asking you, Yash, when things are not happening, they've started to happen. Maybe we don't have too many runs to play. But are you a fan of a quiet word in the batsmen's ear? Sometimes telling them the pitch is slow, but they don't have to play slow. Or reminding them how old they are getting. A little bit of gamesmanship. Are you a fan?
Well, as you know that I'm a bowler. And a bowler's job is to get the wickets. It doesn't matter how they get it. So yeah, just to kind of distract the batter. It's all, as long as I've maintained my boundaries and as long as I've not crossed my limits, it is something that I don't mind doing. Well, there's never come an occasion where I have to do it, or it's come to a point where I've completely gone over the line. But yeah, more or less it is well within the rules that you can speak to the batter, kind of distract him. You don't have to always be very demeaning to the batter, but as long as he just is out of focus, it can serve the purpose for a bowler.
One way to look at this game is that the batsman has the upper hand now because it's a small total. But if you have to think like a bowler, it's the bowler who has the advantage, because the batsman has everything to lose. The bowler has everything to gain. The match is almost out of the hands. 2 wickets have fallen. A reputed batsman has come in. There is a slip in, and that's a very, very good move. It's a father-son combination, bowler and slip. Caught Ahuja, bowled Ahuja. Is a possibility if he tosses it up. Let's see, 5th ball. It's short. Has him go on the back foot, gives him a look. I wouldn't have done that. I would have pitched it up. Come on, Arsh, pitch it up. Middle and off. Let him drive through the covers. Your best chance of a wicket. Yes, exactly. He did what was predicted. I wish I could have a year piece on him.
Healthy heart, healthy life. With 15 ml morning mantra, clears heart blockages, reduces bad cholesterol, maintains ideal weight. Morning mantra, rose pio must jio.
The feelings take control. The feelings take control.
पीते रहो, बस पीते रहो, जरा जरा मस्त होके, कभी कभी व्यस्त होके, कोई वजह लेके, कभी बेवजह होके।
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे।
पीते रहो।
Well, at the end of 11 overs, the score is 89 for 2. The Rubicon Titans winning the toss, selecting to bowl first, restricting the opponents to 118, and in reply, 89 for 2 right now. 30 more to win of 9 overs, and Rohit Saraf, well, his final over has been economical so far. None for 15, has been wicketless as well. So, has the opportunity to put some pressure on the opponents. Varun Sethi plays with soft hands onto the front foot. At the non-striker's end, it is Harsh Tank. Not a lot to play for the Ace Blasters, but like Deepak was telling to me earlier, that 30 runs, there's nothing to lose as a bowling side. You're already out of the game, so it's everything to gain for yourself. And as a batter, sometimes the reverse psychology also can play a huge role in cricket. Here goes Rohit again, outside off stump. Is it down the leg side? Oh, that's well collected. Did that come off the pad? You have to wait and see what the umpire's signal is. Yes, it did. Took a huge deviation and a brilliant take down the leg side by the wicket keeper.
It just goes to show how one inspired piece of fielding can lift up a side. Suddenly looking a very different side. The shoulders are no longer drooped. They have less runs to play, but what I would look at is both batsmen on 0. Third ball. Oh, pitch held up. Is there a single? Yes, there is a single, but this was a single of a miss hit. Both batsmen, 1 on 1, 1 on 0. I would forget how many runs are needed. It doesn't matter whether you need 100 runs or 2 runs. A batsman on 0 needs to play themselves in. You know, we were talking about how having a quiet word in the batsman's ear. I would advise Harsh to go down the wicket. Tell Harsh Tank, सर आपका तो इतना बड़ा रेप्यूटेशन है, मैं तो बच्चा हूँ, पर सोचो अगर आप मुझे आउट हो गए तो दुनिया क्या कहेगी. That would be a good word to have with him.
Absolutely, and well, Harsh is a youngster. He can easily, play with the mind of such an experienced campaigner, and it actually would be a surprising and a very big moment in Harsh's career if he gets the back of Harsh Tank. However, Harsh Tank has to first face Rohit Saraf. Played off the back foot, goes towards mid-off. It will be a dot ball, 90 for 2. On the 29 to win. Well, Rohit Saraf knows not a lot to play for. It's his last over. Does not have a lot of bowling options today as well. No Amit Kohli, no Rakesh Wadhwani, no Siddharth Zaveri. So, some troubles in the combinations of the game. But, oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Rohit Saraf. That ball came back in. Harsh Tank trying to play on the front foot, and well, bowling on good length is always fruitful for any bowler. And this pitch having some kind of assistance to the bowlers. Look at that ball. Came back in with the angle and just a slight celebration there. Third wicket goes down and a big one as Harsh Tank walks back to the pavilion without opening his account. It's 90 for 3.
Healthy heart, healthy life. With 15 ml morning mantra. Clears heart blockages, reduces bad cholesterol, maintains ideal weight. Morning mantra. Rose Pio Must Geo.
$90 for 3. And, well, the captain trying to stabilize this sinking ship that he's a part of. And the Rubicon Titans losing Harsh Tank without opening the account. Rohit Saraf. Well, the match is completely turned around its head. You're at the Arena Sports Club. Rohit Saraf. Last ball. Mahir Zaveri. Oh, and he's tried to slog the ball into the leg side. Well, did that come off anything? I'm not too sure. Mahir facing the first ball. Tried to go down the ground. That ends the over. 12 gone. 90 for 3.
पीते रहो बस पीते रहो जरा जरा मस्त होके कभी कभी व्यस्त होके कोई वजह लेके कभी बेवजह होके
जी हाँ, कैंट का सबसे शुद्ध पानी पीते रहे और हेल्दी रहे.
पीते रहो.
Yash, as we were saying, in swingers on this pitch is the way to go. We were talking about it. That's how Rohit caught Harsh Tank out, pitching it up in swingers. That is the way to go on this. Now we have Harsh bowling his last over. I again hope he keeps it pitched up and doesn't give the batsman a look with a short delivery. That's his best chance of getting a wicket. We still have a batsman on 0, one batsman on 1. Doesn't matter how many runs are required. The batsmen have to play themselves in. Caught Ahuja, bowled Ahuja is a possibility. The slip continues. First ball. Pitched up. Driven down the ground to covers. That will probably be a single. It's definitely activated the crowd. I think the wicketkeeper is missing a trick here. When a wicketkeeper keeps to a spinner without a helmet on, it tells the batsman nothing is happening in the pitch. If I was a wicketkeeper, I would get my helmet on. I know it's hot, but you need to play with the mind of the batsman. Second ball. So it's short. Mahir goes back, gets him off the mark. You know, a while back, yes, we were talking about young players. That's what young players do. We saw another young player, Mahir, come in. It didn't matter what the situation was. It didn't matter who the bowler was. He thought he's Ian Botham. And he went for a shot down the ground. That's what the confidence of the young is all about. Third ball. It's pitched up, goes back. There's an appeal. Varun Sethi writes scripts for a living. Can he script a win here for his team? They're still the favourites to win. But we have 3 balls coming from Ash. A slip is in. Fourth ball. So the little shot bounces up, played into the covers. That's an easy single. Two balls of his spell left. Can Ash get another wicket? Two young players facing each other. Oh, that's well pitched, well played by Mahir. Takes the front foot out, head over the ball, respect to the bowler, played back. Might be a good idea to toss this one up, tempt him on the last ball. Ash, for the last ball of his spell, again has been very impressive. Oh, it's short. Oh, that was just outside the reach of the cover fielder, and it's a boundary. It's all right.
Healthy heart, healthy life. With 15 ml morning mantra, clears heart blockages, reduces bad cholesterol, maintains ideal weight. Morning mantra, rose pio must geo.
Well, Andy, last over of his spell, 13 overs gone, 97 for 3. Outside off stump, trying to cut the ball there, playing a miss. Beautiful bowling. Well, this is the first of the 2 games we played here at the Air India Sports Club. Match number 4 will be played after this one. That is going to be played between the defending champions, the former winners of the Jvpgc Mpl Season 1, the Lashkaria Mavericks, going head-to-head against the Vinayak Challengers, who won their first game in the tournament. And Andy is going to be continuing. Well, there's a good delivery played back to the bowler, trying to use his feet in. Varun trying to attack Andy. But well, that's the beauty of Andy's pace. He's not that quick in the air, and the fact that he's bowling at a certain pace is getting him that purchase of the pitch as well. $97 for 3. Good delivery played with soft hands, looking for a quick single. I think they'll comfortably cross over for 1.
Yeah, so this is my last 3 balls of commentary. I have to. My captain is known for his aggression. He just came into the commentary room showing a little bit of aggression. I hope he continues to show aggression on the field, not outside it. Andy with his 4th ball of the over. Andy with a cool head. Cool head, Andy. He goes sailing. In sailing, you need to keep a cool head. Oh, and that has been pitched up, driven down the ground, 1 bounce. It was good. He didn't time it that well. It would have gone into the hands of the fielder otherwise. The more one sees this, the more one is convinced as a medium pacer, you have to keep the ball pitched up. Attack the stumps, keep the ball pitched up. That's your best chance of getting wickets. 1 shot of 100 for the team score. 5th ball from Andy. Pitched up again, driven to mid-off. Oh, there's a misfield. And is there a run out on the misfield? No, they decide against the run. Never run on a misfield, but they did run on the overthrow. Well, you know, Yash, the extras and the overthrows might just be the second highest scorer of this innings, and that cannot be afforded in a low scoring match. Andy's last ball of the spell, he's kept it pretty tight. There is a slip in place. Maybe Andy has him drive to cover by pitching it up outside off stump. Last ball, Andy in. That's exactly what he attempts. The batsman actually plays that really well. Varun Sethi goes back, cuts it down to a pretty square sweeper who underarms the ball to the keeper. That's the end of the over, and we are into the last 6 overs.
Overs have been bowled. It's 102 for 3. And well, Deepak joined us in the comm box for for the bulk of the second innings. Now I think he has to get ready for his game as well, playing for the Lashkar Mavericks, the defending champions, and he must be looking to get a win. Will really open up the table completely. Can be anyone's contest then. Progress to the platinum finals. Fennell, 15 off his first over. Starts the second with a Yorker outside off, some beautifully bowled. 17 to win of 36. Varun Sethi and Mahir, 2 players out there in the middle. Mahir making his debut in the Jvpgc Mpl Season 2, playing for the Rubicon Titans. We'll have to wait and see how they take the game forward. Fennell, outside off stump, wide ball. He'll have to bowl that one again. "16 more to win, 3 hits away." The Rubicon Titans had a brilliant game today. Won the toss, selected to bowl first, and took full advantage of the dryness, the softness of the pitch. With that, Varun cuts the ball towards point, looking for a quick single. They'll have to hurry. And that's brilliant running between the wickets, running to the striker's end. Mahir, one of the younger players to feature in the MPL Season 2, was very quick off the blocks from the non-striker's end. And got back home comfortably in the end. A lot of young players, a lot of young talent out there on offer. A huge thank you to the Jvpgc Cricket Academy, led by Sri Sanjay Kamkar sir, also Siddesh Ramani and Krishna, two coaches who helped Sanjay sir, along with Mundeep Mangela. This time hit into the leg side beautifully towards the deep mid-wicket region, but only a single is what they'll get. Mahir, batting with authority, batting with a lot of confidence, this youngster. I batted with him in one of the games played at CCI, and I remember, he came out to bat. He was completely in control of what he wanted to do, how he wanted to bat, and notched up a great partnership together. And that's the sort of player he is, Mahir. He's a team player. He knows how to take the game forward. And right now, 14 runs to win. He would be very happy to be out there in the middle when the team hits those winning runs. Fennell to continue. Using his feet this time. Varun getting to the pitch of the ball. Plays towards the extra cover region. Another single taken. It's good cricket. Just rotating the strike. Taking the balls away. Taking the runs away. The Rubicon Titans lost the first game. And on the contrary here, the Ace Blasters winning the first game. Right now, completely contrasting results, as the Ace Blasters are on the brink of defeat here. And the Rubicon Titans can see the finish line for themselves. Look at that, using his feet beautifully, guiding the ball through the covers. It's racing away towards the fence. Is it timed well enough? I think so. Another boundary. That's 4. Last ball of the over, 110 for 3. Rubicon Titans. Fennell, 8 runs off this over. Oh, Mahir slogs into the leg side. It's in the air. And that's going to be 4 as well. Slight fumble in the end. Siddharth Biani straight away apologizing, but that just sums up the day for the Ace Blasters. Back-to-back 4s for Mahir. Picked it up and dispatched it over mid-wicket. A beautiful stroke into the gap for 4. 1 hit away. 5 runs to win. Change in bowling now. 5 runs to win. Keyur Gandhi into the attack. Another option that the Ace Blasters wanted to try, and it's Keyur Gandhi. That beautifully bowled, played with soft hands, looking for a run, and I think they will cross over. So 4 runs to win. And the kind of batter Mahir is, I think one ball should be enough for him to get those runs. 4 runs for the Rubicon Titans to register their first victory in this year's Jvpgc Gymkhana Club's Members Premier League. Keyur with the ball in hand. Mahir off the back foot. That's a wide ball. He'll have to bowl that one again. Keyur. Well, Keyur bowling with an injury, so people who must be wondering why is he not putting that much effort is because that he's had a bad injury to his knee. Despite that, he's showing so much commitment and passion for the game. But Mahir takes the aerial route. How well is he hit it? Well enough. And what a way to win the game for your side. A huge 6 over mid-wicket. And that's a victory. A victory by 7 wickets for the Rubicon Titans. And they get their first points. And Mahir Zaveri hitting those winning runs. A crunching stroke over mid-wicket for 6.
Healthy heart,